everyone. So today is kind of like a rainy day and my studio lights haven't arrived yet. So I thought I would just do a tutorial anyway, and this is like a really awesome way how to wear your makeup. So I'm gonna get started right away. I'm gonna do a full face. Like, I'm really fair, so you know, like fair skin is just really not pretty. You know, people always tell me like, you know, you should go and get a tan and stuff because it's just not acceptable to walk around with such pale skin. It's just so ugly. So I'm going to use a foundation that's like 3 or 4 shades darker than my skin tone. So I am just going to layer on that foundation, and like, you know, I said, you know, my skin is like really fair, so I have to like really darken it up because like I said, it's just not acceptable. But I'm not really gonna blend it like all the way in. Like, I don't really put my hair back when I'm putting on foundation. You know, when you kind of like get it on your hair, it kind of just looks, you know, it almost like blends in your hair, which I think is like cool. I think this looks really good, and it gives me that beautiful like natural glowing tan that just makes me look so much healthier than if I have my natural skin tone, because it's like so disgusting. So now I've got that. Now I'm gonna do some really cool contouring because, you know, I want my face to look like really thin and like I've lost like 10 pounds. So I'm gonna use like a super dark foundation. This is like an espresso. So I'm just gonna get some of that on and like, you know, gonna sculpt myself these really awesome like cheekbones. And I'm not gonna like blend it in too much. I just want it, you know, nice and sculpted. And I mean, look at that. Doesn't it already look like I'm, you know, like 20 pounds lighter? I feel like my nose is really big, so I need to like definitely slim it down. And even like for daytime, I think it's like totally appropriate. You know, it's almost like drag queen kind of contouring, but it looks really good when you're doing that, you know, on like a daily basis, because it just, you know, totally shows people how awesome you look like all the time. I'm actually gonna put on more foundation because I realized like this totally is not enough. So you really want to like, you know, put on enough foundation so that it like covers like your natural skin. Like, you just want your skin to look like so perfect. I'm just gonna pile a ton of that like also underneath my eye, because that like really covers up those like fine wrinkles that I have there. So I was watching this tutorial on YouTube, which was like how to contour like Kim Kardashian. I was like, oh my God, she looks so flawless. Okay, this is good. This is like porcelain. So this is like almost like my real color. So I'm just gonna like blend that in right here, and that's gonna give that kind of like reverse eye. Like, it just totally brightens up your eye, and I'm also gonna like put it down my nose and like right there. So that's gonna, you see how that already like sculpts my face? Like, it just looks so much thinner again. And you wanna make sure that you put it like right back, but again, like, it doesn't matter if you blend it like into your hair. Especially when people like see you on the street, like totally contoured face, like an everyday situation, like not even a photo shoot, just like an everyday, they'll be like, oh my God, you're like, what diet are you on? You look like so much thinner. Okay, so now I'm gonna get to bronzer. So I'm gonna use like a super shimmery bronzer. Since like my skin is so fair, which is like so ugly, and like people are always telling me to get a tan and stuff, I'm gonna do that. And I saw this like awesome video on YouTube that was like the 3 methods. So you definitely wanna put on like a ton of bronzer, and you wanna like do this big 3. And what I do is I just use like this giant brush with it, because that like really blends well. Like, it doesn't really matter if it goes into any areas. So I'm doing like the 3. So you kind of like get it down here, and then, you know, you blend it like that, and like use a big brush, because it's like, you know, even though your face has a lot of contours and it has a lot of spaces, it's better to use like a huge brush, because that makes sure that you cover like all the areas. So now I'm gonna do blush, because I just want that really beautiful like rosy glow. So I'm gonna use this really bright color. I really want it to show up like this on my skin. So I'm gonna use like a really thick brush and just like, you know, get like a lot of blush on there. And the key here is just to like pile it on with like a stripe, you know? Don't go easy with the blush, because blush makes you look really healthy. Now I'm gonna get like the most shimmery kind of product that I have for highlighting, and I'm just gonna like put that right there, like a lot of highlight. And I'm actually just using the exact same brush that I use for blush, because I mean, it doesn't matter if there's still color on there. I mean, I really don't wanna wash that many brushes. And I'm gonna put it like all over my forehead because even though I have like super oily skin, this just really makes me look so much more alive. So it like totally doesn't matter if you forget concealer, you can just put it on at the end, and I'm just like gonna get a ton of this out because like I said, I've got that really like dark under eye circle, so I really need to like get rid of those. So I'm just gonna like put that on and like blend it in. And you know, those like fine lines, they've got like 4 different products, 3 or 4 different products on right now. But like it really doesn't matter because, you know, that'll just make them look really good. And then what's left over, I'm just gonna like, you know, put over my lids. So I'm just gonna grab like a super like full coverage powder and just like get a ton of that like all over my face. Because you want it to look like really, really powdery and like super like, wow, flawless. See, there's also like another benefit of like putting on so much makeup because like a lot of it will fall onto your clothes and that kind of like blends in, you know, with the rest of your outfit, so your makeup's like gonna match your outfit. People always look at me like, whoa, she is so sexy, like what is she doing? So it seriously is like the smoky eye. So I'm gonna use this like smoky eye pencil and just really like get a lot of that on. And I'm not gonna like blend it or anything because, you know, I really want that like harsh demarcation where it ends because that's like totally, you know, the trend now. And I'm also gonna put it like way on the bottom, just all in. It kind of makes your eyes smaller, and like small eyes are really, you know, like alluring, I think. It kind of is like mysterious. It's like, whoa, who's that girl? So I just zoomed you guys in so you can like totally see my technique here because it's like really important that you guys learn this. So I'm gonna use this quad. I'm actually gonna go for like this navy blue smoky eye. It comes with like one of those like really convenient sponge tip applicators. And so I'm just gonna get like a ton of that on and just, you know, put that like all around. There's gonna be some fallout as you can see there, but I'm not gonna clean that up right now. This is supposed to be like a really alluring look, so I just wanna make sure that like all the color is like staying, and it's just so awesome. Then to blend it out, I'm gonna take this like white color that's in here, and that's gonna, you know, really help to blend it out. What I'm also gonna make sure to do is to really take this white shimmery eyeshadow like all the way to the top of your eyebrow. Really opens up the eye, like it's just really, really pretty. Like look how those 2 colors are just blending so nicely. Like, you know, you really can't see any harsh overlays. And so that white shimmery eyeshadow, just make sure you get a lot of that like right on the top. Because also that looks really great in pictures. If you're going to a club or something and then you take a picture with white eyeshadow like all the way at the top, oh my God, you look so freaking sexy. So eyeliner, and I'm just gonna, you know, get it really thick, and it really doesn't matter if it's not perfect, just kind of like whatever. And also on the bottom, just really get that, just like a ton of eyeliner. So I'm definitely gonna like put on tons of glitter, just like right there. But you want like a lot of glitter. So alluring, and it's like, wow, who is that chick, you know? Yeah, now I'm gonna put some black eyeliner like in my waterline, and I'm really gonna pull like super hard on my skin there, and it's like almost hurting me. It's like, ow. But you know, that just like really helps me to get in there, and you know, it's really good for your eye to get some exercise. So it like really kind of, you know, yeah, it's like exercise for your eye, like really pulling hard on there, you know, kind of like springs back in place. You want to keep it springy. Now I'm going to go for mascara, and I'm just going to grab like whatever. It doesn't really matter. This is all about the technique. Whoops, I got a little bit of mascara on like the outer part because I'm just not very careful with it. Also on the bottom. And that like really kind of gives you that beautiful alluring look, and you just want to pile this on. Like seriously, eyes are the windows to your soul, as they say. And you know, if you've got those beautiful like clumpy lashes, they'll be like, wow, she's so down to earth, and like she totally doesn't care about her lashes. So she is gonna have such an amazing soul because she, you know, cares about other stuff more. So yeah, I'm gonna give that like a moment to dry, and they're like already starting to stick together, so that's like super cool. So now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. They should just look really, really dramatic. Like I just kind of like to make a new shape, so I kind of like really arch them, you know, like I kind of already have a natural arch, so that's like really helpful, but I kind of like to exaggerate it, you know, so it looks like, whoa, like super surprised. And I just kind of look, you know, like a badass biatch. And I also heard this like awesome rule on YouTube that, you know, if your nose ends here, you have to like, you know, end your eyebrows there. Even though like your eyes, if they're more far apart, like that might not, you know, it doesn't really matter like where your actual eye is, because, you know, my nose like ends here. So I better like bring in the eyebrow here, because like that is, you know, where it's supposed to end. So, and then I saw also this awesome trick that's like how to contour your eyebrows, like how to make them stand out more. So I'm gonna use that like concealer from before and get that in. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna like put it in here in the middle, so you kind of got like a sharp edge. And then you kind of just like go around your eyebrow. And since I've already powdered my face now, it might start to come off a little bit chunky. So you just want to make sure that you blend it really well. I am gonna just go in with another coat of the mascara, and I don't even know where I put it. So I'm just gonna take a different one, because different mascaras have like different effects. So definitely you want to get that on. Whoops, I got a little bit of a mascara, like oopsie. So I'm just like gonna clean it off with like my finger, and like, you know, that was like totally fine. So now I'm gonna do like a really nice nude lip, since the focus here is really on these gorgeous smoky eyes. So I'm gonna use like a lip pencil, but I don't want it to actually like match my skin color. I'm gonna just, you know, kind of go like that. And it doesn't like have to be like anywhere near perfect, just kind of like, you know, and definitely don't go like right into the corner. You kind of want it to look very edgy and stuff. I once saw this awesome tip by, I think it was Alexis Vogel, and she does like Pamela Anderson's lips, and she just kind of like goes straight. She doesn't do the Cupid's bow. She kind of goes like straight here, and that gives you that gorgeous like sexy Playboy pout. Yeah, because when you smack your lips together like that, because your upper and top lip is always like perfectly aligned, so it like never goes outside the line. And now for lips, I think the best thing to do is just to use like a concealer and just put that on. Like, I mean, look how sexy that is. And just really put like a ton on there, so you can kind of really see the demarcation between like your lips underneath and then the concealer. So that when you make these awesome like pouty Facebook profile pictures, you can like see the actual lips, so it kind of gives like, you know, a hint of what's to come, I guess. So what I like to do with gloss is just put on a lot, so that like your lips just look so juicy and full. So oh my gosh, like let's just pile that on there. And this is like, this can take a while, so just warning you guys. So that's about good. And like, it's really cool because when you start talking, you'll get these like little lip gloss, you know, strings, and it'll be really emotive when you talk, because it'll be like people would really be listening to you, because they're like looking at your mouth and being like, wow, what are the words coming out of her mouth? When you put on so much gloss, it starts to go like in your mouth, so you actually like start eating it, and it tastes really good. I want to put on these gorgeous eyelashes. I actually got these like at a costume store, like a clown supply store, but you know, for the club, I think it's just so cool to wear like these clowny kind of Halloween lashes. And I'm gonna just get the glue like straight out of the tube, because that like means that I can get a lot on there. You see, like I'm not even really careful, I'm just like globbing it on here. It'll be like all over the lashes, which it'll make the lashes like stick together, and that can give you another like really effective, beautiful, like alluring look, I think. So I'm not gonna like wait for it to dry. I'm just kind of like really blow on it, which is like really sanitary. Especially like, I love to do this when I have clients. I always like to blow with my breath on my makeup brushes, and also like on the lashes. They always love it. And it doesn't even like matter if they're not, you know, like on the middle. You kind of just like squeeze them down. So I'm gonna do that right away on the second. Like, I'm not even gonna wait to see if those ones are like fitting. Yeah, just kind of like, they just should be in the vicinity of your eye area so that people will kind of know that they're eyelashes. So I just wanted to give you guys a close-up of this gorgeous eye makeup. I think I'm gonna have to put on more lip gloss. Like, it's starting to not, you know, get together. I really hope that you guys like it, and I think it just goes really well with my like nails. I mean, they're like totally chipped, but it doesn't matter. Like, it just again gives that really laid back look. Kind of makes my face stand out simply because it, you know, doesn't really, as you can see, it doesn't really match my neck area. So people are kind of drawn to your face, and you know, people are going to pay more attention to you like that. Obviously, I would never go outside looking like that. But I was actually tagged by Let's Make Up, Siobhan, and she did the makeup pet peeves tag, and she tagged me, and I thought it was just hilarious. Obviously, this is like really exaggerated. You know, I do see people making some of these mistakes, maybe not to the extent that I've shown here, and maybe not all of them together like I have now. So I have maybe made some of these mistakes too. I think it's just kind of funny to make a video like this just to kind of like highlight these mistakes, and a lot of them have really easy ways to fix them. Honestly, I am starting to eat this lip gloss. It is so gross. I just have like oily slime now in the back of my mouth, so I can't wait to take this all off. It would be funny if somebody like rang my doorbell now and I'd have to go answer the door like this. So leave a comment below if you have ever made any of these makeup mistakes, or which is your makeup pet peeve. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye! And it tastes really good. Yeah, it's like extra protein. It kind of like makes this line right there, and yeah, that's like, look at that, yummy. As you can see, it looks like, my face looks like so awesome. I need a bit more of that rosiness, that healthy glow.